Ah, Greece, a land of ancient cities and beautiful Mediterranean beaches. We've all heard of the famous islands like Mykonos and Santorini, but they are, well, touristy and overpriced. Now don't get me wrong, these islands are worthwhile destinations, but Greece has much more to offer. In fact, the country is quite large, and it would be impossible to see everything within a week. So today I want to give you a possible one-week itinerary by bus that you can do on the mainland, flying in and out of Athens as your home base. In this episode, we're going to explore this region here. We're going to make a big circle around the Saronic Gulf. We'll start in Athens, which I covered in my last episode. Then we'll go here to Loutraki. We'll visit the Corinth Canal and the town of Corinth. Then on to the town of Nafplio. Then we'll take a bus across the Argolis Peninsula to Epidaurus. Then down the coast to Galatas and the island of Poros. And to complete our big circle, we'll take the ferry back to where we started, Athens. Along this route, you're going to find delicious yet inexpensive food, inexpensive hotels, incredible landscapes, nice people, and you'll get a real sense of why Greece is so magical. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. First up, I grab a bus ticket from Athens to my first destination, Loutraki.
Loutraki.
I'm leaving from the Kifissus station. The bus ticket cost me around $9. It's about an hour and 15 minutes, so right now just chilling.
Well, I have made it to Loutraki.
I find a small hotel near the city center. It's the Sagas Hotel. It cost me about $45 a night. Hey, it's even got an ocean view.
Loutraki. I kept saying Lout, L-O-U-T, Loutraki, and they were like, what is that? It's Loutraki. Anyway, let's check out the ocean views here, about a block from my hotel, and we should be on kind of the boardwalk area.
What if we'd stay like this forever? These wine-colored days, summer is gone.
Well, this is just lovely. People are swimming over here. The water is nice and blue. You got this boardwalk. You got a little beach up here that's kind of a rocky beach. People are laying out. I love this place already. Much more my pace than Athens. Athens was cool to see because it's a large city, but I much prefer these smaller coastal towns.
We don't need the world, we just need us. I wish we'd stay like this forever.
So I've just sat down at a little restaurant. I've been dying to try the souvlaki, which is kind of the traditional kebab. Usually comes with a side of fries. Souvlaki is very common here in Greece. So I'm going to try it at this restaurant. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is just incredible. Yeah, this place is just really cool. Beautiful boardwalk, restaurants, cafes, beach setting, and the water looks just really nice. So calm. Well, I was going to go jogging, but there's some major rain clouds up ahead with some lightning. Crazy. See if it starts pouring down rain or not. And I am going to find a bicycle, because one of the main reasons I'm here and I wanted to visit this particular area is because of the Corinth Canal, which is to my, I guess two miles to my west, the Corinth Canal, a famous canal in Greece that goes, I don't know all the facts right now, I'll tell you. The Corinth Canal connects the Gulf of Corinth in the Ionian Sea with the Saronic Gulf in the Aegean Sea. It cuts through the narrow isthmus of Corinth. The canal was dug through the isthmus at sea level and has no locks. It is 4 miles in length and only 21 meters or 70 feet wide at its base. I just rented a bicycle from this place called Bicycle Therapy. Really nice people there. 10 euros for the day. Anyway, driving through down in the center of Loutraki. I'm gonna go to the beach path. It's like the boardwalk. I think I can ride my bike on there. So this Corinth Canal, even though they were able to build it, it wasn't really an economic success because it wasn't wide enough for large ships. And it's now mostly just kind of a tourist spot, and then, you know, smaller vessels, sailboats, and other boats will pass through it, but not really the commercial ships that you would think of in something like the Panama Canal. But apparently it's just stunning, so can't wait to see it. Something tells me I'm not supposed to be on this highway. All these cars keep honking at me because I'm on the main highway. But I've got to see this canal. I will not be stopped. This is what I was talking about. The canal. Look at that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm gonna check out the town of Corinth, which is, so there's pretty much 2 towns that straddle the canal. Loutraki, and on the southwest we have Corinth. Each of those towns are about 2 to 3 miles from the canal on either side. So since I'm over here at the canal, I decided to come through Corinth. Certainly bustling for a Monday morning before noon. Not sure if this is just a normal day in the town, but it's quite alive. Bunch of shops and stuff, and then there's even more of a promenade. People are walking.
Hello.
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 Okay. Oh wow, incredible. Thank you. Certainly friendly people. This is a cool town. Actually, so there was a guy on the bus who told me, I said, which one do you recommend more between Loutraki and Corinth? And he said Loutraki for sure. But now that I'm in Corinth, I mean, this place is lively. It's a big town. Much bigger than Loutraki. I guess Loutraki is kind of known as a small tourist beach community. And this is more of actual local city. Very lively. But looks like Corinth is also a great place to stay if you come. Or maybe do what I'm doing, check out both, for sure. Right here is the end, I guess it'll be the north end of the canal. So that bridge in the middle there would swing off to the side whenever boats want to come through. But all right, back in Loutraki. going into the downtown. I'm now gonna return the bike and I have to rush to try to find a bus to the next town. Great, thank you. This is the...
Yes.
Thank you so much. Okay, in the elevator. Literally ran down the street to catch this bus, but I was just asking here. She says, how do I get to Nafplio?
You want to go first in Ismos, and
Okay.
then you take a bus for another bus.
Okay. This bus is only like 5 minutes to Ismos,
Yes.
and it's like Isthmus? Isthmus? Ismos. Ismos. It is Smalls, but they call it like Smalls for short. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm dying. I just ran about 4 blocks with my luggage in hand. It's craziness. Are we in? Okay. So I'm just here at the bus station and I have met Sotiria.
Soteria, yeah, exactly.
And I'm trying to decide because there's all this bus transport going on. So it's a matter of what are my choices after tomorrow? Do I want to go to Nauplio and then try to go to this Galatas and then Poros? That's what I was asking her because she's a local. You were suggesting what?
To go to Nauplio. For this season, I think it's the best option you can take.
Okay. What's the main appeal there? Is it's like a beach town?
Yeah, it has a lot of beaches also, a lot of cafe, restaurants. You can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about anything interesting about Greece that we should know?
About Greece.
In general.
um,
Your favorite cities, how about that? Your favorite
My favorite
places?
city.
Or maybe islands or?
Islands, Spetes, is where I am.
How do you say?
Spetes.
Spetes. With an S.
Yes, yeah, you can go for sailing.
Okay.
Spetes.
And that's where you're living now?
Yeah, I'm living there, but now I'm studying at Patra. It's also a very nice city, but I think more for students.
Petra is on the mainland?
Yeah,
Petrus?
Patra. Yeah.
I'm very bad with this, the Greek stuff. It's so difficult for me.
It is Dora.
Dora? Dora.
It's present.
Like, what do you mean present? Like a gift?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
buy a gift,
yeah.
a present for someone?
Yeah, exactly.
What else do we have?
We have anamnestica.
And what does that mean?
It's like from when you go somewhere to take something to remember it.
Oh, a memory.
Yeah, like a magnet or...
Souvenir, we call it.
Souvenir, yeah, exactly. Souvenir.
Okay. What about this word? This big E.
Επισκεφτείτε. It's visit.
Oh, okay.
Visit. You can visit.
That's a long word for visit, huh?
Yeah. We have a longer letters.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time. She's been actually very helpful.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Now here's my route just for reference. I left Loutraki and then a short local bus ride to Isthmus, where I got to the larger bus station, and then this bus ride here for a little over an hour to Nafplio.
Okay, I've just arrived to Nauplio, and I tell you, these towns just keep getting better and better. This place is awesome. Little quaint alleyways. I'm just blown away one after another with these towns. First there was Loutraki. This place is 10 times even better than Loutraki. Really a quaint little town. The harbor, the boats, the little alleyways with the shops. And I'm about to hike to the top of this. On this hilltop, mountaintop really, stands a fortress called Peloponnese. It was built in 1714 by the Venetians, and it's apparently one of the most impressive fortress castles in all of Greece. So it's a huge hike to the top, but let's go for it. Probably not even a fourth of the way up, and you get the most incredible views already. Quite a hike up, but well worth it. These views are spectacular.
Now heading back down for some more exploration. I found my way to the town beach, and it looks like this is kind of a local hangout. Right on the other side of the main downtown part of the village, you'll have this beautiful, I mean, picturesque cliff sides, comes down into this beach. Folks from the town here, locals, are swimming. What's also cool is that they've set up these swim ladders on rocks, and people are just loving it, and the water is just crystal clear. Beautiful place. So the beach is just in the shadows of the Peloponnese fortress, which is right there on the top of the cliff. Now I found this walking path that goes all along the edge of the, I guess you'd call it the peninsula, which in the center of the peninsula is the old town of the city. And this pathway actually traces the outer edges of the peninsula along the waterway. Really incredible pathway. You definitely have to check it out when you come visit. Alright, so now we've circled the entire peninsula, made our way back to the old town where it's more populated. People are having lunch and enjoying the outdoors. Beautiful weather today. But right here at the pier is something special. A famous sailing ship, a private yacht that just so happens to be here. It's not normally parked here, but whoever owns it or the charter or whatever must be stopping here. Look at this thing though. Leaving my hotel here at Nafplio. Great place, by the way. So let's get on the bus. A real quick update. I don't know if you can see the bus station down here, but I've got a pretty interesting day of bus travel ahead of me. Quite the adventure, actually. So I'm trying to get to this town called Galatas, but there's no direct bus. You would think so, because it's not that far. But I have to take 3 buses throughout the day. 12:30, I have to go to a town called Lygourio, which is in the middle of this kind of peninsula area. I have to wait there for an hour and a half, and then at 2:10, I have to take a bus to ancient Epidaurus. I don't know. Apparently that's where this ancient theater is. It's kind of a tourist attraction. Then I wait till 6 p.m. and then there'll be a bus coming by that goes to this Galatas. Hopefully get on that bus because it's only 1 bus a day to Galatas. Whoops. And then hopefully get to Galatas by tonight, and that'll be my destination for the night. And right across from Galatas, only a 10-minute ferry, is the island of Poros. So that's really my destination for tomorrow, exploring all day tomorrow on Poros. But it's going to be quite the adventure today, catching all those buses, trying to figure out what's what, trying to figure out where to go to catch the bus, making sure I don't miss the bus. So now just waiting for this bus to take off for my first stop. Okay. And what is your name?
What's your Singapore?
Okay. I think this may be our bus right here. He wants to do a selfie. Okay, great to meet you.
Singapore.
Singapore. Singapore. Okay.
Let's go, Russ.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what we're doing, but we just went through Lygourio. It's kind of funny because this huge bus, there's only 3 people. This guy, me, and Sang. So we just got off the bus because, well, they told us we have to stay here for like another hour and then wait for a separate bus. So Singh here bought me he was nice enough, he bought me a Coca-Cola.
Cheers.
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 And we made it onto the next bus to Epidaurus. Looks like we're on like a high school student bus because there's probably 40 or 50 high school students.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, guys.
The bus for Galatas is here, also here. Thank you. At about 6. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, so I've just arrived at Epidaurus. I have a 2.5 hour layover here until my final bus. There's a marina harbor area just down the road, so let's take a walk and check it out.
Now I'm exploring this really cool harbor town, Epidaurus. I keep saying the name wrong, but you have this harbor here that's just beautiful. So I'm hanging out here for a couple of hours. It's okay. Okay. Beautiful boat.
Yes, what do you say?
What is your name?
26 was I'm working on it.
Oh, you're working on it. What is your name?
Stavros.
Stavros? Very nice. And what type of boat is this? The type of boat?
Yes.
Okay.
I say what time here. I am not from the place.
Okay. Where are you from?
I am from Ethiopia.
Ethiopia?
You know
No.
Sparta?
Sparta.
Sparta?
Yes.
Near to Sparta.
Oh, wow. He's from near to Sparta. But he's working on the boat. He's got all kinds of stuff laid out. So, very nice to meet you. That is just incredible. Wooden boat. I was trying to get the year and the make of the boat, but I'm having a hard time communicating with him. But nonetheless, it's quite interesting. This guy looks like he's been sailing for years. I think he said he's 91. Let's see if we can get a little more out of him. If I can figure out kind of how to communicate with him.
The hull old is 100 years.
100 years old. Wow.
And it's very strong kilo.
Oh wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is kind of the beauty of solo travel, is that you sometimes are just walking and you meet other travelers. So I've met Alexander.
Hi.
He is from Germany. Tell me if you don't mind repeating. You're driving through the country?
Yes, of course. I explored the beautiful land here of Greece, and I like to explore this country, the coastline and also the mountainside, for some possibilities to fish.
Okay.
And especially for fly fishing, which is not common in Greece. And I have a lot of great meetings with the people, because they are wondering what I'm doing if I cast a fly here in Greece, because they do only spin fishing or old traditional ones. They're throwing a line with a hook on it and they catch the octopus and stuff like that. So
he was telling me about his new car. He has a Volvo that he has outfitted for essentially like the van life, except a smaller version of that in a station wagon Volvo.
this one here is the shower. It's a part of the shower. It's working with compression. You have to put out this one here. You have to push it here.
Oh wow.
And you get a compression and a setting, and you can take the shower.
Alexander here continues to show me what he calls his expedition car. He has a bed inside where he sleeps, a little sink, a cooking area. He has it outfitted pretty much like an RV, even though it's just a small wagon. Very nice guy with an interesting story.
And then the solar panel. So now I'm just chilling out here waiting for the bus to arrive. So I've arrived at kind of the island culture, I guess. I'm here at the town of Galatas, or Galatas. They emphasize the end of it, Galatas. Right across from me is Poros, so that's behind me right here, the island of Poros. There has been a shift in kind of the vibe that you get here, much more of the quaint seaside town, very kind of quiet, but also just incredibly beautiful. The kind of thing you would see in a postcard. You got the boats going by, you got locals fishing off the pier, you have these really just quaint little boats anchored out here, local water taxi that goes back and forth from Galatas to Poros. Then on the street you have your cafes, your bakery, butcher, markets, just completely picturesque. Literally everywhere you look is another postcard that you would think of when you think of Greece. So really a spectacular little town. I'm gonna just explore here briefly, because then I'm going to take one of these water taxis over to Poros, and then I'm going to stay for the day on Poros and also the night. So now inside one of these little water taxis here, and heading over to Poros. Interesting stuff already happening at the dock. You got the med mooring going on here, but there's a guy in a big catamaran out here who is pissed off because a couple of these boats apparently were not close enough on the sides. So right there, he wanted them to really scrunch together, that way there's room for a hole, makes a hole for him to fit in. But I think even with his size, it's gonna be a hard time fitting into this hole after these guys have now moved. I'll show you what I'm talking about. The catamaran guy who's out there, you can see, was yelling at this catamaran here because he was, this guy was over like this, so now he's moved to here, and now they're having this guy here move to there. That way he tries to make a hole right there. We'll see what happens. So the guy made it in there. I guess the idea is to kind of crunching in, push him to the side as you go, and then you make your own space. Okay. Well, it's a bit of a situation out here. It's been raining all day, lightning, thunder. Now I'm just chilling in the hotel room, kind of seeing what's going to happen. Can't beat this view though. Check this out. Quite nice. So the power appears to be out on the entire island. So I'm just kind of walking around. The highest point on Poros is this clock tower, which I just hiked up to. Right here. Right here. So you've got the great views here of Galatas, and all the sailing yachts down here, all the charters. Really cool. Just stunning up here. Well, stunning everywhere I've been so far in Greece. So now the rain has stopped and the sun is setting over those mountains right there, and people are getting ready to call it a night in town. All right, there's my ferry. It's time to head back to where I started, Athens. Like I said, it was one big circle. It was a long vlog, but some things you just cannot cut short. I hope you found Greece as magical as I did. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.